I'm still trying to wrap my head around the reality that we are in 2025. How did we get here? I don't know about you guys, but I feel like that with every child, time has moved faster. And I am so grateful that 2024 was my best year of business, numbers wise, but also my best year ever in so many ways outside of business. The level of intellect and knowledge and personal growth that was happening behind the scenes for me was a lot. And there was healing of relationships and to finally stop procrastinating my 2024 reflections, because even though I had done this for my VIP business planning today, I didn't do it as a whole actually until last night. And I'm working on trying to celebrate myself more, because I am definitely somebody who really loves to move on to the next thing. And it's not because I don't think what I've done is amazing, but more so I'm so excited about like continued service to my clients, continued growth and impact, you know, all of the possibilities and opportunities that still exist outside of what I've done, that I think many of us who are successful entrepreneurs feel the same, because we're always looking forward to something. And sometimes looking back feels like a waste of time. And so before we get into today's episode, I wanted to quickly share with you the highlights that I put together, because I feel really proud of 2024. And I feel like that every year we get the opportunity to take what worked and what didn't and apply it moving forward. And so I hope if you're listening to this episode, it's because you recognize that you want to have either a different level, a deeper level, or maybe for the first time, somebody supporting you in a way that maybe you haven't been supported before, in more of a holistic way that ties together all the pieces of your life and your business, that truly just makes you happy and feel like you're actually thriving. So let me share these little bullets with you, and then we're going to get into my service overview and different ways that I'm partnering with women in 2025, so that you could see if any of these sound like something you want to be a part of. So 2024 was my 13th year of business, and it was my 8th year as a mom entrepreneur. So if you don't know, my kids are 8, 6, and 3. And so 6 years of doing business as an entrepreneur with multiple kids, and 3 years with 3 kids as an entrepreneur. And we're still here. We're still here, and we just had our best year ever. So I hope at the very least, I am showing you what's possible, right? So we had 100% client renewal rate. This is absolutely incredible. All of my clients that I went into 2024 with re-signed, which I could create a whole episode on this. Actually, I probably will, because client retention and referrals are something people really need to know on a deeper level, because the constant sales chasing is what exhausts people. Anyways, I ran 476 miles. 476. I healed my relationship with my mom. I booked out my private partnership spots and started a wait list. I rebranded my business and aligned my messaging. I served women across over 20 different industries. I read 36 books, both fiction and nonfiction. I increased revenue 57% from the previous year. I led a client retreat in Asheville. I had weekly check-in dates with my husband. We took a family Disney trip. I restructured my team and added 3 new rock stars who are also moms to my team. I did 13 VIP planning days with clients all over the United States. I found a program to help heal my son. I took 2 international kid-free trips with my husband, one to Mexico and one to London. I did strength training 4 to 5 times a week. I led a client retreat in Orlando after rescheduling it from Anna Maria Island from one hurricane, and then had to end it early because of another hurricane. And that's the one that's rescheduled to Scottsdale now in February. I recorded 43 podcasts. I took a family trip to Boston. I had 221 coaching calls with my clients. I paid in full for my Yukon Denali, and I built my net worth to become a multi-millionaire. And wow, even reading it, even though I wrote it, it's pretty emotional to think like where I came from. Some of you may know my story, some of you may not. It's not what today is about, but just know that it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And if you just keep your focus on becoming better and acquiring the support and the knowledge that you need to be better and to make a greater impact, it can happen. And so that really leads me into talking about the different ways that I am supporting mom entrepreneurs, founders, and CEOs in 2025. I'm going to go over my services and give you a little more of an in-depth look. And hopefully by listening to this and by listening to me talk through it on more of a personal level, you can clarify for yourself that, hey, this sounds like exactly what I need. Or you might be in a situation where you're not sure which would be best for where you are. If that's you, we will put my link for just a free consultation call in the show notes. We will also put links to everything that I talk about here today so you can view more details in the show notes. So let's get into it. So first and foremost, we have my private partnership. My private partnership, the investment level for this is between $3,000 and $4,000 a month. There are 4 different tiers to my private partnership, all with varying inclusions. All 4 tiers include a VIP day. 2 of the tiers include my 4-night retreat. And then there is variance between how many calls per month, either 1 or 2. And then all of them also include ongoing Telegram access, which is an app where we text and talk between calls so that you are never left stranded or in the dark when you are navigating through challenges or celebrating or anything that you need. I live in your back pocket. So the private partnership is specifically for mom entrepreneurs who have built really successful businesses, but you're feeling overwhelmed by the constant grind of it all. You want to step off what feels like a hamster wheel. You want to feel like you're in control again, especially of your time. And you want your business to be more aligned with the vision that you have for your life and your family. What makes the private partnership especially unique is it is very high touch and it is personalized partnership that is designed not only to optimize your business operations, your leadership, your team, but to also reframe the way that you approach success so that you are actually changing your own operating system. The reason why we do this is because we can make external change all day, but if we're not making internal change, the change doesn't stick. And so that's why I've really worked hard to become a master of my own craft in making change and making things actionable, in really holding you accountable to who you want to be and how you want your life and your business to look. So in the private partnership, you get hands-on support. Everything is tailored to, every strategy is tailored to prioritize your family, your values, your well-being, and really focused on growing your business in the most sustainable way. Sustainability and longevity is prioritized because sustainability and longevity are our keys to stability. And stability is the thing that helps us to regulate our emotions. It's the roller coaster, it's the autopilot feeling, it's the hamster wheel feeling that keeps us stuck and really keeps us more reactive and keeps us unable to really enjoy our lives. So before clients come to me for a private partnership, they are more reactive, they're anxious, they're stressed, they're juggling a lot of responsibilities and tasks. They feel like they can't really turn off. And there's a lot of second guessing decisions because you're just making them as quick as possible. It feels like work is really consuming you and your life, sometimes affecting your health or your sleep. And really, it just, between work and your family, you either have a lot of guilt that you're not spending enough time with your family, or you just feel like when you're with your family, you're not fully present and there's just not enough time. You're just constantly grasping and wishing and hoping for more time, more space. And after working together in the private partnership, we really streamline all operations. And what I mean by that is that means you're streamlining your business, streamlining your team, developing a lighter workload, and this creating more time and space for you to be present with your family, for you to take care of yourself, for you to do things like getting back to the gym or getting back to hobbies that you once had, or having date nights with your partner again. And feeling fully confident that your business is okay, that your business is running smoothly, that your business is set up to succeed without you having to run yourself into the ground. So again, private partnership, there is variance in the frequency of calls and if you include a retreat or don't include a retreat, but all of them have monthly calls between call access and the in-person full day VIP planning day. I love to be in person with my clients. One of the things that's often reflected back to me is how deep the level of care is in terms of me knowing kids and partners and likes and family traditions and just how much I really care about my people. And to me, I just know that this year that we spend together isn't about just that year. It's about a year that creates a ripple effect that determines the trajectory of not just your business, but your greater potential, who you become, how you show up as a mother. And I love seeing the way that marriages and motherhood are drastically impacted by this work together. So that is the private partnership. Obviously, I am obsessed with my private partnership. I've had such amazing women in this partnership across all industries. And it is truly such a gift to be able to do this. So the next way that I'm partnering with women in 2025 is my VIP planning day. So the VIP planning day is one full day, 8 hours of you and me together in person, plus 1 month of that Telegram access for questions, implementation, us to continue talking through anything that we develop on that day together. And the investment for this is $10,000. It is for very busy mom entrepreneurs who have a lot of goals, a lot of ideas, but maybe are lacking the clarity or the bandwidth to create a roadmap for actually making them happen. And this is where I see a lot of people get stuck year after year is, again, they want this change. They want a different trajectory. They want a different path. But it's like change requires a different set of steps that haven't been developed yet. And so we develop those steps here. And this is really for people who need a reset, people who are craving some sort of momentum, and people who do really well with having a clear plan of action. So what makes this unique is it is an immersive one-day experience, and we are deep in conversation. There's no distractions, no interruptions, and it's created to give you the strategic plan that is, again, tailored to your business and your personal priorities, and that specific intersection to make sure that we're not creating this business plan that when you get a couple of months into it, you're like, wow, this actually doesn't align with my values at all. It's creating a lot of stress for my family, right? We tackle everything from optimizing your schedule, looking at your team, addressing your communication strategies with your team, looking at your services, your offer suite, your marketing, all of your marketing channels, and leaving you with a concrete, actionable roadmap. So before women go into the VIP day, they're typically feeling a little bit scattered and chaotic, maybe unsure of next steps, or if they know what the steps are, they maybe don't know what the order is, right? What order to do them in, or how to prioritize these things, or what makes the most sense, because generally, these are plans for growth. These are plans for maybe areas that you haven't experienced yet in your business. And so you need you need an expert set of eyes to be able to fill gaps. And so afterwards, these women are confident. These women hit the ground running with a plan. And I want you to think about any time that you felt all over the place, and then all of a sudden you just make yourself sit down and write things out and say, okay, here's my entire brain dump of my whole to-do list. And then you just put it in order, how much emotional release you get from that. It's like that, but a whole day. And so the confidence from that to where it's just I know now not only all the things that I want to achieve and all the changes I want to make, but how to make them. And that makes me feel clear and confident. So there's a detailed action plan, and that is always aligned with your business and your life values. So again, this is an 8-hour in-person session. I come to you and you get a custom roadmap post VIP day with all of the actions for typically 8 key areas that we are addressing within there. And then a month of post-session Telegram access for support as you implement those changes. And then if you want to continue on, we talk about different ways to do that and what availability I have. So that's the VIP planning day. And typically for the VIP planning day, to honor my own schedule and for full transparency, I will only do 1, maybe 2 of these a month. So we're looking at probably a max of 10 of these for the entire year of 2025. And so if this is something that you're okay, I need to remove myself from the day to day and stop getting distracted and just sit down and figure out what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, this is not something that I would hold back on booking. Even if it's something that we book for a few months down the road, it's better to get it on the schedule now. And the last way that I am partnering with women in 2025 is the Freedom Collective. So the Freedom Collective is my group coaching program. So everything that we do in the Freedom Collective is done in a group format. It's basically like a mini version of my private partnership, but typically these women are just in a different season of business. So the Freedom Collective actually starts at $1,500 per month. And what we do is really special in this program because we offer what's called an ascension plan. And this means that as your profits rise, your payment rises. And so you're not stuck with a big payment up front. It raises $500 every 3 months. So it gives you time to book in some more sales, to really like expand your marketing and your processes. And that feels really good for a lot of women who are in this stage of really wanting to grow, which is where these women typically are. And so this is a 12-month program, 2 group calls per month, a Telegram group access. And then this also includes a 4-night retreat. The retreat for this, the next retreat is going to be April 7th through 11th. So if you are in a position where you're like, I want to grow this year, I want to expand my profits, I want to expand my visibility, I want to impact more people, and I need expert guidance on how to do that, and I want to do it with somebody who's also a mom, then I would suggest getting into this program very quickly. So this is specifically for mom entrepreneurs who are ready to really expand their business. You have a current business, you have been in business probably at least for a year or so. You may have team members, you may not, you may work with some contractors, but you really want to build more meaningful connections. You want to build your network. You want to be able to connect with like-minded women. You're feeling the isolation a little bit from entrepreneurship, and you want that, but you also just want somebody to tell you how it is. You want somebody to give you direct guidance on, hey, I want to do this. How do I do that? Hey, I want to bring in more clients. How do I do that? Hey, I need to shift my marketing to attract these kind of people. How do I do that? Hey, I want to launch this thing. How do I do that? So it's very strategic, and all the strategy, again, is built around your personal well-being and your values. So it's really ideal for people who are seeking that expert guidance, the accountability, and just a supportive community. One of the coolest added bonuses and what makes this really unique is this group, I only allow 1 woman per industry, meaning that there is not going to be another competitor, if you will, in the group. And the reason why this works so well is because you can work together. You can build referral partnerships. And at the end of the day, your network is your net worth. And so being able to have a group of other mom entrepreneurs who gets it is not only supportive on an emotional and a mental level, but also very supportive for your business, because we cap this group at 8 women. And so imagine 7 women across all industries who could also send you business. That, again, referrals, client retention, renewals, like these are the keys for longevity in your business, and we build them inside here. So before women come into the Freedom Collective, they typically feel a little bit isolated. They have maybe some ideas, but there's a lot of the how lacking. You are an expert in your field, whether you are a bookkeeper or a designer, you know what you're doing. It's the business skills that need some finagling. And so we're really building those and expanding those inside this so that you can grow the business bigger. And so they want fresh ideas, they want direction, they want community, and that is all found inside here. So after they are walking away with very actionable strategies, new connections, a bigger network, very, very much a gain in confidence, and of course, just a bunch of tools to grow your business in the most sustainable way. So again, this is 2 group calls per month. I address on each group call, I address everybody individually. So that's why I said it's almost like a mini private partnership, because while I think masterminds are amazing, I think that masterminds, sometimes people get lost. And so in this group, I am addressing each person on the call to make sure that, yes, we are addressing collective needs, but we're also addressing individual needs and challenges. So there's 2 group calls per month, access to Telegram, which is the Telegram access for all three of these services is sometimes underrated and undervalued until you're in it, because being able to have a thought or an idea drop in about something and then just being able to send me a text or send me a voice message and talk it out and be able to develop a plan, within the same day allows you to make decisions faster and therefore move faster. So access to that group on Telegram. And then, of course, my 4-night retreat. And the retreat in itself, I want to just mention as I wrap up this episode, because the Founders Circle retreat, I'll be running 2 of them this year. At this point of recording, I have 7 spots open for my April retreat, which is in Miami, Florida. The Founders Circle retreat is the most transformative, incredible experience. So the Founders Circle retreat is such an incredible space. I'm telling you that in 2025, you need to be in person with people, not just from the space of how quickly it can impact your business, but from the space of we are humans who deeply need connection. And being able to spend 3 full days in a house, in a beautiful location where you are nourished, taken care of, no distractions, no interruptions, no decisions to make, where you get to focus on you, on building relationships, on building out your creative ideas. It's truly unmatched. So we will put the link again for the retreat. There are shared rooms and there are private rooms. And this location is absolutely incredible. We do business workshops. We have a whole morning routine of gratitude and movement set up. You get a branding photo shoot. We have a chef come in. We have fun activities. We have deep thought activities where there is just so much goodness. And it allows you to just really step away, to reflect, to think about who you want to be and what you want to create with your life and your business. And the way that people walk away from this, in just the way that it fills your heart and soul so much, not to mention all of the tactical things you have to implement into your life and your business. It's truly one of the best ways to get a big transformation in a short period of time. So again, you can join me at that retreat if you are in the Freedom Collective or if you are in my private partnership. But if you want to do the retreat as a standalone and feel things out, that is also an option for you. And again, if you're listening to all this and you're like, okay, all this sounds amazing, I want to do all of it. I don't know where to start. What do I do? Go ahead and just book a consultation call with me. We will find the space that's right for you. I'm not about shoving you into a space that doesn't work best for you. I would rather talk to you, make sure that you feel confident, comfortable, clear, and then proceed from there. So if you know which of these services is the thing for you, you can fill out my application or you can go ahead and book your VIP day. Again, all the links will be in the show notes. Thank you guys for listening and for letting me go through these services with you. I am so obsessed with what I do and in the way that I do it. And I'm so grateful that it is my work and my life's purpose to be able to bring this to women, to create better mothers, to create better leaders, to deepen partnerships, and to truly just have women who are enjoying the one life we have to live. So thank you guys for listening, and I will talk to you next week.